Hey guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today, I want to talk a little bit about what is a buyer's market and are we in one? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Really trying to work on this YouTube channel. Um, okay, what is a buyer's market? A buyer's market is where you have less buyers and sellers have to lower their prices. That's my translation. Then a seller's market is where you have a ton of buyers and sellers can get their price, can get over asking, et cetera, et cetera. So are we in a buyer's market and what would have brought us into a buyer's market? And what brought this, you know, a lot of times I'm talking about real life examples here. That's why I like these daily nuggets. Something comes to mind, something with the student. So anyway, one of my students is buying a multi-million dollar house. Um, And, we're making an offer that's 30% less than asking, with some seller financing. So you're definitely in a buyer's market, especially in the high end. In a high end, there's no other buyers. Like interest rates have destroyed the higher end market, especially for those. Now, listen, when you get in $100 million market, those people are buying with cash with that. But when you're in like the 3 million, the 10 million, the 500,000, the $1 million, people buy with mortgages. And when people buy with mortgages and interest rates have doubled over the last couple of years, you know, people in America, and I'm talking specifically in the United States, people in America do not buy based on the price of the house. They buy based on the payment of the house. So the payment is double. So even though the price may have come down for the house in the last couple of years in some markets, let's say it didn't. Really, prices haven't come down dramatically for many reasons. But if, let's say, the price even came down, your payment's still double because the interest rate is double. So there's not a ton of high-end buyers right now. So it is a buyer's market. And when I say high end, I mean even for a $500,000 house, a $300,000 house, you can make offers under asking. And you can add little things like seller financing. So what's seller financing? So we made an offer where this my student needs to put 10% down on this multi-million dollar house, it's maybe 20%. So we made an offer that the seller would hold 10%. So if he has to put 10% down, the seller holds 10%. He basically has a no money down deal for a multi-million dollar house. Now, you're going to have a bigger payment, but if you have better use of that cash, like, hey, you're talking millions of dollars, 400,000, $500,000, can go buy you five houses in Cleveland that make you 40% on your money. It's a better place to put your money. Or maybe you just don't even, want to use the money for whatever reason. Or maybe you want to use the money to fix the house up. This one's done. But anyway, to answer the question, is this a buyer's market? 100% in the high end market, it's a buyer's market. My only caveat is in the lower end market, the rental market, it's still, I don't want to say it's a seller's market, but there's a lot of competition for these, for like houses that I buy, my students buy, good rental properties in good cash flowing places. Like you're getting multiple offers. You're not the only offer. There's tons of interest, so a cheaper house that somebody can buy with cash, 100,000, 150, $200,000. There's a lot of demand for it. And I've seen this in many markets where uh, um, cycles. When the market gets to like let's say it's not a seller's market, it's a buyer's market. The low end never gets tanked because the low end, everybody, if you were flipping $500,000 houses and the market's a little tight, you go down to $200,000 houses. If you can't afford to buy a $2 million house for yourself because interest rates are high, you might buy a rental property. So there's a lot of demand still down in the lower end. And I can tell you in the markets that I'm in from last year, the prices are up 7 to 16%, depending on the market. But I will tell you, we are definitely in a buyer's market high end. I mean, just look at Florida. Florida prices are going to come down. DC prices are going to come down because of all this Doge stuff. So, if you're out there and you're looking for high end stuff, don't, you know, make an offer. Don't be embarrassed by your offer. It's an offer. Make an offer. You're not going to have multiple offers and cash offers and people going over ask. Don't let some realtor BS you on that. But also, if you're making high end offers, remember now, they changed the law last year. The seller doesn't always pay the buyer's commission. So you may have to pay the buyer's commission, which could be 3% on millions of dollars. So check that out. Look into that. If you guys ever have any questions, you can email me. I'll put the email at the below here, and hope that helps you. So again, we're in a buyer's market, high end. We kind of are in the lower end, but there's a lot of demand, so the prices aren't coming down; they're still going up. So maybe we're not, but it's definitely a buyer's market for the high end stuff. Do not be making offers at asking price or over, and don't believe the hype. You can get a deal right now. Have the best day of your life. Thanks.